Guys, Joel here from Measured Gaming. Today I'm joined by Tristan. Hello Tristan.
Dog.
That's nice. Today we're playing a 2K game, playing Focal Points, Daughters of Khaine versus Stormcast. I'll just rattle off my list real quick. So firstly, we're running no Storm host. The Aquila here, he's the general. He's got Staunch Defender. And he's also got the artifact which on a 6-up he ignores wounds and mortal wounds. We've got a Lord Salston on Star Drake. His mount trait is Thunderlord, and he's got Ignax Scales. We've got a Knight Azeros. We've got a Lord Castellan with his trusty Grifthound, 5 Liberators, and then we've got a Soulstrike Brotherhood Battalion, which is a unit of 15 Castigators, a unit of 3 Castigators, 2 units of 5 Hunters, and then a Ballista. Comes in at 1990. Then over here, Tristan, want to tell us what's in your list, mate?
I have 30 sisters, 10 sisters.
Yep.
2 5s of Heartrenders, and a Slaughter Queen in a battalion with Marathi and a Hag Queen and 30 Witches.
Lovely.
The battalion is Slaughter Troop.
Yep.
Iron Circlet on the Slaughter Queen. Don't know, I haven't even thought of what I'm going to do with my second artifact.
Oh, you're just going to tailor me, are you? On camera?
Oh, yeah. It's funny like that. But yeah, this isn't the iteration I'd use, but I couldn't be bothered bringing another 30 Witches, so...
Yeah, that's fair.
You can have Marathi.
Yeah, no worries. She's a pain in the ass to deal with, so we'll see how we go. We'll be back after deployment, guys. Yeah, guys, this is what deployment looks like. So for Stormcast on the left, we're hugging this piece of commanding terrain with my general, Star Drake, Castellan, his Grifthound, 5 Liberators. We've got 5 Hunters on this piece, 5 Hunters on this objective. And then in the sky, we've got Ballista, 18 Castigators, and the Azeros. And then for Daughters of Khaine, got the 2 units of Canaries up in the sky. Marathi's sort of hugging this unit of 30 Witches. There's a Hag in there as well. It's got his Slaughter Queen on Cauldron there. 30 and 10. And is that a Hag? No, it's not a Hag. Yeah, so that's 40 sisters on his right, or on his left, up against 5 Hunters, so that should be interesting. Cool, alright. What we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of tactics first.
I don't need tactics.
You don't need tactics? What is it, just push it forward and hope for the best? Yeah.
Oh, guys.
No, that's alright. I'm gonna go first.
Yep.
And you can go downstairs for a second and do whatever. Alright. Yeah, it's the tactics this game. Let's just zoom in. There we go. It's a bit better. So what he's going to do is he loves to take the first turn just to get his buffs up. So Tristan will be taking the first turn here, I'd imagine. And what he's going to do is he's going to push shit forward, probably score this objective. I haven't given him the distance, I don't think, to get onto this one, unless if he wants to run them all the way across, which I still don't think they're going to be in range anyway. But he can drop his Heartrenders over there, which I'm quite happy with because I want them down early. So he's got no more tricks up his sleeve. I just have to fight whatever's in front of me. So the way that the Soulstrike Brotherhood works is you need at least a unit of these Hunters on the table on the turn that when the rest of it drops, and then they all add an extra attack for that turn with their missile weapons. So yeah, I don't know, I'm just going to have to try and kill shit, aren't I? Alright, we'll hand it over to Tristan.
Alright, tactics for me aren't going to be that complicated. Well, hopefully I've sort of tricked him into thinking I'm going for the Aquila with the opposite Marathi in there. But in reality, I'm going to try aim killing off these Hunters. The battalion he's using is they get an extra attack if the Hunters on the field when they drop. So if the Hunters aren't on the field, his Castigators become shit. So my goal at the moment is to sidle instead of going forward, go over there, hopefully hit those Hunters with Marathi and then 10 Heartrenders and wipe them. And that will nullify his Castigators and then double back and hopefully find some way of dealing with a fucking Star Drake. So here's hoping. I've got Marathi in there ready to be buffed up and boosted forward, and then run forward and hit these guys. I've got the witches to move up the middle with the cauldron and hole. Over on my left, I've got the sisters, which are going to sidle into the middle and hopefully rejoin the cauldron into the buff range, and the 2 blocks of 30 with the cauldron buffs around them. This lot of 10 here is, don't know what it's doing, so it'll just stay there and do what it needs to do. Other than that, I'm pretty much easy. I've got to rush forward and try to kill something. So I've got the option of either going for that block and try and kill that Morathi, or I could try undercut him and go to the hunters, which is I'm going to give it a go and see what happens. Alright, I think we'll leave you and we'll be back after the first turn, or halfway through the first turn.
Rightio, Tristan. You drop first, so who's going to have the first turn?
I'll fucking take it.
Yeah, I thought so. Alright, we'll be back before Tristan's charges. Just before Tristan charges, what did he do? Hero phase. He got Witch Brew, Mind Razor, and Catechism on Morathi. Turned her big beforehand and rolled her up. Witches, he ran 6. He got Blessing and Khaine off on them, and then he activated the Avatar on his Cauldron as well. Morathi hits with her shooting attack and then fails to kill out the Liberated Prime.
Yep.
And then over here, he's just moved everything else up. Sort of moved those sisters at the back there just to screen off that backfield. Holding the middle with that scary unit. Dropped the heart renders. They both shot and killed 1 each of the hunters. And then only 1 of his units got to move, but he's got that objective now. So we're going to go to Tristan's charges and go from there. Rightio, guys. Into Tristan's turn. These guys passed their battle shock. He didn't charge over here, so they're fine. Over here, Morathi came in, charged into the Star Drake, did 12 wounds to him. And then a single Liberator. Should have been 15.
Oh, we won't speak about that.
And then this Liberator, he took 1 mortal wound from
shield.
Yep. And then they didn't take any casualties from 59 attacks.
57.
57, sorry. The Aquila's out of combat. The Castellan poled in, and I think he killed 2 witches. The Star Drake 8-1. Star Drake also did the 3 wounds to Morathi, which is always handy. And Tristan is going to 4 cap. He's not going to score this one. So it's going to be 3 points for these 2. 4, 5, 6 points in your turn 1. And Stormcast gets to have a turn now.
Oh, do they?
Let's see what we can do. My turn. I dropped down my payload over here. Took off the Slaughter Queen. I did a couple of wounds over. These guys, the unit of 15 did like 11 wounds after all these saves and all that, so can't argue with that. Ballista did 10 wounds, I think. It's pretty good. Off 2 hits.
4 went through.
4 went through. And over here, so what's happened, I haven't retreated anything out of combat here. I'm confident now that nothing's going to die. Star Drake's lanterned. So he's got a 1-up, re-rolling 1s now, so hopefully he'll live. And over here, the hunters combined killed 1 canary. So we're just going to go into my charges and combats and we'll be back. End of my turn 1. What have we done? We're going to score 3 points for these 2 objectives. And over here, Liberators, they took, I think, 5 wounds in total from Morathi, and then passed all their saves again from the witches.
Reroll saves.
And that's all that Morathi did. So didn't kill the Drake, didn't kill the Castellan. Over here, the hunters failed, and so did the canaries. And that's pretty much it. So we're going to roll for priority.
Yep.
The all-important priority. I get a 6. You need a 6 to keep the turn. You'll probably get it. No. Oh, Stormcast double. All right, we'll be back after some stage of my turn. Just before my charging, what did we do? We dropped the hag down to 1 wound. We killed off a few more witches, and that's about it, I think. These guys are moving over just to get onto that objective, and hopefully I can kill off another 1 or 2 of these guys. And that's pretty much it. So we're going to go into charges and combats.
Yeah, the fun get done a little bit.
Yeah, and that's all it needs to do.
What happens when you pay like?
No, fuck off. All right. So what's happened is there is now only 5 witches left. The hag's dead. Zeros managed to slay her in combat. The poor Castellan died. The Liberators, though, they just stand firm. They don't even care that there was witch elves. They've actually just rolled battle shock, and Tristan pulled them out of combat with the Liberators. So they have won the day, as far as I'm concerned. Over here, rolled box cutters to get these hunters over into this unit of harpies. We killed 4 in total this turn, so that objective is now mine. This objective is still mine, and so is that one. So I'm going to be scoring 4 points this turn. So it'll be 4, 5 points. Sorry. So 4, 5, 6, 7 to Tristan's 6. And going into Daughters for turn 2. Just before Tristan does charges, what happened over here? Marathi got Mind Razor off, which is staying still. Marathi failed to kill a Liberator with a shooting attack. Rolled a 1 to hit, it just is what it is. All the Canaries here, they killed off 1.5 hunters out of the unit of 5, which is now a unit of 4. And he's moved up his sisters over here to come and claim this objective back. And he moved these ones just sort of away from the ballista a bit, which is fair. All right, we'll go into Tristan's charges. This is what the game's looking like after round 2. Marathi has 3 left. Stardrake has 1 left. And the Azeros has taken 4. There's 2 witches left. Over here, there's still 4 Stormcast there. I've just got to do a battle shock real quick. 5 or less, they're good. He is not running. The other guys can't fail. Actually, they can. They lost 2, I think. They're fine as well. And we're just going to go into priority. Tristan's going to score 5 points, which puts him 11 to my 7. And priority roll for turn 3. I get a 6, which means I just take it. So we'll be back after my turn. End of my turn 3. What happens? So we're done charges and all that. Marathi's dead, which is great. Over here, the Aquila, he's teleported away. Failed his charge, unfortunately. He did ping 1 off with his guns. Over here, I think I killed 2 with my guns, and then they killed me in combat. I'm going to score 3, 4, 5 points, which will put me up to 12 to Tristan's 11. And it's going to be Tristan's turn 3. Let's see what he can do. Of Tristan's turn, not much has happened. He moved the Canaries up here. They shot the Azeros off and then killed the Griffy in combat. We've got to roll for priority now for turn 4. I get a 4. Tristan gets a 3. I'm going to take the turn. End of my turn. What happened? Stardrake killed a couple of them with mortals, and then he made the charge into the harpies there. I made a decision not to shoot these guys because I wanted the Drake, even though he's got 1 wound left, to get on that objective and hopefully kill them. He killed them all, but then he ate a mortal wound off a shield bounce and then failed it with his Zignac scales. So I'm 0 for 1 with that artifact at the moment. I'm going to score just 3 points because I'm not on this one. And so that'll put me up to, I can't remember what I'm up to, but it's going to be Tristan's turn 4. We're just going to call it there. Trying to figure out what would actually sort of happen. Tristan won priority for turn 5. We didn't do any of this on camera because Tristan needs to get going. But we're just sort of hypothetically talking it out here. And I don't know, I think it maybe Daughters win, but I think I was up on points earlier. So what we're going to do is we're going to work it out at a later time when we're not rushing. And we'll put it in the comments to see who the actual winner was. Yeah. Anyway, we'll leave it there. Tristan, how do you think it went, mate? Just while you're packing up.
The original plan to gank all the hunters, I didn't get the roll I needed on the rack. Otherwise, that would have gone to plan. Other than that, went pretty good. Iraqi does what she does. Paperweighted majority of your army onto one flank with just one squad and her, and the rest just had free reign to do what I wanted over here.
Yeah, that's true. You know who the stars of the show today were, though?
The Liberators.
The fucking Liberators. These bad boys here just tanked everything that came at them.
But
which else?
Two rolling one unit. Yeah.
Well, they're going to do that, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you had a Castellan, Liberators, and a Drake all 2 up, all in one.
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
Makes it hard to chew through them, doesn't it?
But in the end, it forced you to deal with it with some units that you could have been...
Oh, look, I had to deal with what was over here.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't want to deploy too close to these sisters, but where I did drop these dudes, they were a little bit too far away from the rest of the action after they did what they needed to.
Yeah.
Which is...
I would drop them in the middle.
Yeah, well, I was thinking of dropping them sort of around here.
I would have done that. The one thing that lacks is mobility. Dropping on extreme flank is a risk.
The issue with it, though, is if I say that's gambling for the double turn, whereas over here I didn't really care too much if I won that priority. It was nice to get, but if you got the priority here, I would have lost all my shooting after their first payload. If they stay on the table, like the longer they stay on the table for, the longer they make their points back, in which they certainly did this game, I think.
No.
You don't think? Well, they killed off the Cauldron, they shot off Marathi, they shot off the Witches.
They didn't shoot off Marathi. Marathi's taken shit.
Well, they did the last wounds to her.
Yeah, but that's 15-man score.
Yeah, it's 400 points.
Yeah.
They did what they needed to do, as far as I'm concerned. They were scoring objectives, you know. That unit of 3 getting in behind that Cauldron and just capping it automatically was handy.
Yeah, that was losing that early was a pain in the ass.
Yeah. There you go. Anyway, as I was saying, we'll work out who the actual winner is when we've got some time to talk this through. Because Tristan, as you can see, he's packing up all this shit because he's running late. So anyway, let us know how you thought it went, and thanks for watching, guys, and catch us later.